The concept of a third temple in Israel has fascinated people for a long time. According to Hebrew prophets, it is foretold that in the future, the exiled Israelites will return to their Promised Land and rebuild the temple. Israel has previously constructed two temples in Jerusalem to worship God, but both were destroyed. The Babylonians destroyed the First Temple in 587 BCE, and the Romans demolished the Second Temple in 70 CE. The Third Temple, thought to be the final one in Jerusalem, holds tremendous importance because it's believed that its construction could have a profound impact on the world. For Orthodox Jews, the Third Temple is of utmost significance. They believe that rebuilding it is essential for the world's redemption. The Temple Mount, where the First and Second Temples once stood, is the holiest place in Judaism. The idea of reconstructing the Third Temple has been a focal point in the Arab-Israeli conflict, and its future remains uncertain. Nevertheless, the belief in its rebuilding is strong among many Jews, and it's considered a sacred concept in Judaism. The Third Temple is expected to follow in the footsteps of Solomon's Temple and the Second Temple. Its reconstruction is seen as a crucial step in fulfilling biblical prophecies and ushering in the Messiah. The Third Temple is envisioned as a place of worship and sacrifice where Jewish people can connect with God and fulfill their religious duties. The rebuilding of the Third Temple is regarded as a momentous event with the potential to profoundly reshape the world. The rebuilding of the Third Temple in Jerusalem is of profound importance to Jews because it fulfills the prediction of Hebrew prophets. In Jewish beliefs, the Temple Mount in Jerusalem stands as the most sacred place on earth. Constructing the Third Temple would signify the Jewish people's return to their homeland and the revival of their religious customs. The temple is seen as God's earthly dwelling, and rebuilding it would symbolize the renewal of the covenant between God and the Jewish community. Thus, the Third Temple marks a crucial religious milestone for Jews globally. Beyond its religious significance, the rebuilding of the Third Temple carries political weight. It would reinforce Israel's claim to the Temple Mount and the surrounding areas. For centuries, the Temple Mount has been a focal point of contention between Jews and Muslims, and the Third Temple's construction would have heightened tensions in the area. However, for many Israelis, rebuilding the temple represents the realization for a long-held dream and a symbol of national unity. Despite political complexities, the Third Temple's construction remains a deeply cherished aspiration for many Israelis. While the Third Temple has great religious and political importance, it also holds a vital place in Jewish culture. Throughout history, the temple has been central to Jewish culture and identity, serving as more than just a place of worship. It was a hub of Jewish life, culture, and learning, where people gathered to study, socialize, and celebrate. Therefore, rebuilding the Third Temple would stand as a significant cultural milestone for Jews worldwide, reaffirming their identity and heritage. Building the Third Temple in Jerusalem has been a long-held aspiration for many Jews, especially Orthodox Jews. They think that because Hebrew prophets had predicted it, this building will be crucial in bringing about global redemption. The temple is viewed as a connection point between heaven and earth, and its reconstruction is expected to bring universal harmony. However, financing the Third Temple has posed significant challenges due to its high construction costs and the political sensitivity surrounding the project. In recent years, there's been a growing movement to raise funds for the initial planning stages of the project, and some Israeli politicians have shown increased support, believing that the Third Temple's construction could have a transformative impact on the world. Nevertheless, funding for the temple remains a contentious issue. The timeline for constructing the Third Temple remains uncertain because it depends on various political, economic, and religious factors. Building this temple faces similar challenges as the previous two, both of which were constructed and later destroyed. Nonetheless, the belief in the temple's importance remains strong among many Jews, and the vision of the Third Temple continues to inspire hope and faith within the Jewish community. The concept of the Third Temple in Jerusalem, currently in the planning and design stages, has captured global attention. This temple holds immense importance not only for Jewish people, but also for various religious groups and individuals interested in its architecture and symbolism. The Third Temple is anticipated to differ from its predecessors in terms of architectural style, design elements, and symbolic significance. The Third Temple's design is expected to blend modern architectural features with traditional Jewish elements. An intriguing aspect is the altar, which is designed to be easily assembled and disassembled at its permanent location, a unique characteristic. A team of architects responsible for planning the Third Temple aims to honor the prophecy of Ezekiel. Symbolism plays a crucial role in understanding the significance of rebuilding the temple. Its importance lies in its role in redeeming the world, a belief held strongly by Orthodox Jews who assert that the world's redemption will only occur once the Third Temple stands. Beyond being just a building, the Third Temple embodies a state of harmony connecting God, humanity, and nature, and this symbolism is expected to be reflected in the temple's architecture and design. According to projections, the Third Temple's influence will reach people who are interested in its symbolism and architecture far beyond the Jewish community. The Third Temple is envisioned to endure not merely due to some transcendent light from above, but because of its deep connection to the essence of time itself. It is anticipated to stand as a symbol of hope, redemption, and peace for all who recognize its significance. The Third Temple is expected to serve as a gathering place for people to worship, contemplate, and connect with a higher power. The Third Temple has enormous religious significance, especially within the Jewish faith. It is thought to be a condition of harmony between God, humans, and nature, rather than just a physical structure. This prophecy requires three key events to occur before the Messiah may return: the restoration of the nation of Israel, Jerusalem being a Jewish city, and the reconstruction of the temple. Thus, the Third Temple is very important in Jewish eschatology. The Third Temple also plays a significant role in Jewish ceremonies and activities. The temple was the heart of Jewish worship in ancient times, and its rebuilding is considered as a crucial step toward the restoration of traditional Jewish worship. The temple was the holiest site on earth where sacrifices were offered to God. The reconstruction of the temple is viewed as a means of restoring the correct relationship between God and the Jewish people. The Third Temple is also thought to be the site of the final redemption, when God's presence will be completely revealed. The Third Temple is also linked to biblical prophecy. The reconstruction of the temple is considered as a vital stage in the fulfillment of these prophecies, which include the restoration of the Jewish people to their homeland and the coming of the Messiah. The Temple Mount in Jerusalem, where the Third Temple is anticipated to be erected, is a center of continuous Bible prophecy. The idea of a restored Third Temple is not without controversy, with some viewing it as a potential source of conflict in the region. Nonetheless, the Third Temple is an essential symbol of Jewish identity and faith, and its reconstruction is anxiously anticipated by many in the Jewish community. The restoration of the Third Temple in Jerusalem has enormous political ramifications, particularly in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Temple activists are prompted by the religious duty to reconstruct the temple. However, this goal clashes with the Palestinian desire for sovereignty over East Jerusalem, which includes the Temple Mount. The reconstruction of the temple may aggravate tensions between Israelis and Palestinians and hamper efforts to resolve the conflict. The reconstruction of the Third Temple has consequences for international relations. Some fear that the temple's building may heighten tensions with neighboring Middle Eastern countries, particularly those with Muslim majorities. Furthermore, if the temple is perceived as a violation of the Temple Mount's status quo, it may face international reaction. The political consequences of the rebuilding of the Third Temple transcend beyond Israeli boundaries and have the ability to influence world politics. The construction of the Third Temple may potentially have significant repercussions for Middle Eastern politics. The construction of the temple could be viewed as a huge win for religious nationalists in Israel, who have long attempted to demonstrate their supremacy over the territory. Furthermore, the temple's reconstruction may exacerbate tensions inside Israel, notably between religious and secular parties. The Third Temple's political relevance extends beyond its religious and historical significance and has the capacity to influence the political landscape of the entire region. Rebuilding the Third Temple in Israel carries profound cultural significance, especially within the Jewish community. Ancient Hebrew prophets foresaw a time when Israel's exiles would return to their Promised Land and reconstruct the temple. This idea holds deep reverence in Judaism, especially among Orthodox Jews who believe it will coincide with the arrival of the Messiah. The Third Temple embodies a symbol of hope, restoration, and redemption for Jewish people, and its reconstruction promises to leave a lasting impact on Jewish culture and identity. Moreover, the rebuilding of the Third Temple is poised to significantly affect tourism in Israel. The Temple Mount, where the Third Temple is anticipated to stand, is already a major attraction for tourists from across the globe. With the reconstruction of the Third Temple, Israel is likely to see an even greater influx of visitors, as it represents a culturally and religiously significant landmark for both Jews and Christians. This surge in tourism not only promises economic benefits for Israel, but also provides an opportunity for enhanced cultural exchange and mutual understanding. The rebuilding of the Third Temple signifies the reassertion of Jewish sovereignty over Jerusalem and the Temple Mount, an enormously meaningful aspect of Jewish identity. The return of Jews to their ancestral land and adherence to the Torah are two prophecies foretold for Israel's future. The Third Temple marks the ultimate realization of these prophecies and stands as a symbol of the Jewish people's resilience and enduring spirit throughout history. Additionally, the reconstruction of the Third Temple represents a harmonious connection between God, humanity, and nature, making its impact reverberate not only within Israel, but also across the world. The rebuilding of the Third Temple in Jerusalem carries significant implications for world religions, especially Christianity and Islam. The Temple Mount, where the Third Temple is anticipated to rise, holds deep religious importance for both Christians and Muslims. Any modifications to this sacred site are likely to spark controversy and tension. However, the potential exists for the Third Temple to serve as a symbol of interfaith dialogue and cooperation, highlighting a shared history and a spiritual connection between Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It is crucial for leaders of these faiths to collaborate and ensure that the reconstruction of the Third Temple fosters understanding and respect among different religious beliefs rather than causing division and conflict. The rebuilding of the Third Temple has the potential to significantly impact the global religious landscape. For many Jewish people, it represents the fulfillment of a divine prophecy and the restoration of their spiritual and national identity. Moreover, the Third Temple could inspire and offer hope to individuals of all faiths, serving as a place for worship and connecting with the divine. Nonetheless, there are valid concerns that its reconstruction could also fuel religious extremism and conflict, particularly in the already sensitive Middle East region. Leaders must approach this endeavor with caution and sensitivity, carefully considering the potential implications for global peace and stability. Despite the profound significance of the Third Temple, its construction and location remain contentious issues. While most Jewish religious authorities and some archaeologists believe it should be built on the site currently occupied by the Dome of the Rock, this location is equally sacred to Muslims. Thus, the rebuilding of the Third Temple must be approached with profound respect and sensitivity towards all parties involved. In the words of former U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, freedom of worship everywhere in the world is a fundamental right that must be upheld. The reconstruction of the Third Temple should be an opportunity for interfaith dialogue and cooperation, rather than a source of conflict and division. It calls for a careful and inclusive approach that acknowledges the importance of this site to multiple faiths and aims to promote mutual understanding and peaceful coexistence. The restoration of the Third Temple in Jerusalem is predicted to have a huge economic impact on Israel. One of the primary benefits of the Third Temple will be job generation. The temple's construction and maintenance will necessitate a big workforce, creating job possibilities for many Israelis. The construction of the Third Temple will also necessitate the usage of numerous building materials, creating demand for businesses such as construction, mining, and transportation. And this will enhance the Israeli economy and create jobs for a large number of people. Another economic benefit of the Third Temple is an increase in tourism earnings. The temple's reconstruction is expected to draw millions of tourists from throughout the world, primarily Jews. This will raise demand for hotels, restaurants, and other tourist-related companies, offering a huge boost to the Israeli economy. The flood of tourists will also generate chances for local companies to sell souvenirs and other products, contributing to the region's economic prosperity. The reconstruction of the Third Temple will also generate financial opportunities for both domestic and international investors. The temple's construction will necessitate substantial investment, creating opportunities for investors to invest in the project. Furthermore, the rise of local businesses and tourists will provide chances for investors to invest in the Israeli economy. The construction of the Third Temple is predicted to have a considerable impact on the Israeli economy, producing job possibilities, increasing tourism revenue, and creating investment opportunities. For a very long time, many Jews have cherished the dream of rebuilding the Third Temple in Jerusalem. It's believed that the construction of this temple will have a profound impact on the world. Hebrew prophets predicted that in the last days, the exiled people of Israel would return to their Promised Land and the temple would be rebuilt. But the Third Temple isn't just a physical building, it's a symbol of hope and unity, not only for Jewish people, but for the entire world. The Temple Institute, an organization dedicated to its reconstruction, has stated that rebuilding it will bring a new era of universal harmony and peace, fulfilling ancient Hebrew prophecies. Despite the promise of a brighter future, there are significant challenges and obstacles that must be overcome to see the Third Temple realized. The construction of the temple is a highly controversial and sensitive issue, and it has faced resistance from various groups, including some within the Jewish community itself. Moreover, the complex political and social landscape of the Middle East adds another layer of delicacy to the temple's construction. Nevertheless, many hold on to the hope that the Third Temple will indeed be built and that will usher in a new era of peace and unity. The Third Temple isn't just a physical structure, it symbolizes hope and unity for Jewish people and the world as a whole. Its rebuilding represents the fulfillment of a long-standing dream and stands as a testament to the unwavering resilience of the Jewish people. The Third Temple is more than just a building. It embodies a state of harmony connecting God, humanity, and nature, and while the future remains uncertain, the promise of the Third Temple continues to inspire hope and optimism for a better world. In summary, the Third Temple in Israel holds immense significance for a variety of reasons, including religious, political, cultural, and economic. Its construction and architectural design have been meticulously planned to incorporate symbolism and elements that connect it to previous temples and Jewish identity. The Third Temple's impact on world religions and its potential for interfaith dialogue are undeniable. Furthermore, it has the potential to create job opportunities and boost tourism revenue. However, the construction of the Third Temple also presents significant challenges and obstacles, particularly within the context of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. However, the Third Temple does offer hope for a world where there is harmony and peace, and its impact on society will undoubtedly last for generations. We hope you liked today's video. If so, please make sure you like it and share our video with your family and friends and others who would be interested in this video and talking about the potential of the Third Temple. If we also would ask you one more favor, we would like for you to please subscribe to our channel. Pressing the bell icon will always allow you to be notified whenever we have a new upload for you, and we'll keep you updated with everything going on here on our channel. Thanks for spending time out of your busy day with us today, and we'll look forward to catching up with you next time. Thanks for watching, and be blessed.